Hello, Heartlifters, and welcome back. I'm here at the Botanical Gardens. I've been gone for a while, but I found my favorite bench under my favorite sprawling elm tree right by the canal, and I just wanted to say hello and let you know there's just been a lot going on. I just recently posted on my Substack at Heartlift Central. I'm kind of been all over the place. Physically, yes, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, just all over the place. And you know what? I've discovered it's okay to be all over the place sometimes. And so I went to Kansas to welcome in grandbaby bird 4, Peter. He's so handsome. And he was a month old yesterday. And to St. Louis to celebrate my beautiful twin daughter's baby girl, grandbird 5, coming our way the end of September. And then Rob and I celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary. We both said, oh, we blinked. And here we are, 40 years into our marriage. And we sold our family business. Rob is a kitchen and bath designer, and we have owned our family business for 36 years. He worked in our garage for 3 years. So basically, he's retiring, drum roll. And so that means I'm retiring from a certain few things that I do because it's just a huge transition. And before retiring, I begged and pleaded to get my kitchen redone by my husband, the kitchen designer. So we're in the middle of a kitchen remodel. So why not just have a lot going on? Why not? So I just decided to come, greet you, say hello, and let you know I didn't plan a break from the podcast, but the podcast planned a break for me. I'm also teaching an online college course. So I will be back on the podcast very soon, have a lineup of stellar, remarkable authors who have great books coming out that are going to enrich our lives, make us mentally strong, emotionally strong, and help us have an authentic faith journey. That is what we're all about. So yesterday, I was just doing some studying on my own for a future podcast, and it's on overcompensating. Might be a little problem I have, but just watching a beautiful little family of Canadian geese going so slow along the canal, just imaging for me to live that slow life that I have been pursuing for decades. I just left a yoga class, and in the ladies' room, where lots happens, a lot of conversation, I took a deep sigh, and one of the other women said, "Feels good to accomplish something, doesn't it?" And I said, yes. And I wanted to say, because I overshare as well, I wanted to say, but the work in my life is counterintuitive to that. I'm working on being okay and being happy if I'm not accomplishing something. Hence comes in this study of compensation and overcompensation. So compensation is a psychological defense mechanism when a person, like myself, maybe you, tries to make up for a perceived area of weakness in their life. People overachieve in one area of their lives to compensate for failures in another. For example, people with difficult family lives direct their energy to excelling at their work. Well, that hit hard for me, for sure. Father was an alcoholic, so that tendency for addictive personality is in me. And my addiction tends to be towards overworking, towards being a workaholic, a studyaholic, a helpaholic. I think I'm coining a new word there. I am a helpaholic. And it just says, as a psychological strategy, people use compensation to cover up inadequacies, frustrations, stresses, urges. This can be beneficial at times. So, as with anything in life, it can be a vice or a virtue. It's beneficial, but when we overuse this and misapply it, it becomes problematic. When you compensate for a lesser ability, you minimize it by drawing attention to stronger skills. And I thank verywellmind.com for that information. And so, is there an area in your life, much like myself, that you are recognizing, other people are helping you recognize it, in which you overcompensate? Maybe you're a helpaholic. Maybe you are a workaholic. Maybe you are a foodaholic. Maybe you are just compensating in your life in order to make yourself feel better. Because that's really what it all comes down to. Any defense mechanism we've learned in our life is there to help us strengthen have a good, strong ego strength, and to strengthen our identity. But you see, when we have that secure attachment we talk a lot about here, and when we know whose we are and who we are, as I write about in all my books, then we don't have to prove anything to anybody. We really don't. We don't have to overcompensate and excel in an area just to cover up another area we might be weak in, because we know who we are. So therefore, we know we have value, worth, and dignity. We know we are seen, heard, loved, and that we belong. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. So this is my counterintuitive work I'm doing. I'm being very transparent and vulnerable because, you know what? I attended a funeral of a friend yesterday who was 64 like myself. Listened to her granddaughter, listened to her children. And it just broke my heart. And I thought, okay, how do I want to live the rest of my life? There's nothing like a funeral to sober you and to call you to health in all ways. So where in your life, perhaps, are you noticing an area in which you are, as I say, living in the land of over-pleasing people, overcompensating, over-helping, over-sharing, overeating, over-blank? I'll let you fill that in. So that's my word from under the elm here on this beautiful bench at the Botanical Gardens. I hope you have the best day. And if you need to feel like you've accomplished something, well done. But if, like me, you just need to feel good being, maybe not accomplishing anything, that's the work I'm working on. Have a blessed day.